Hello, it is Sunday, fun day, July 7th, 2024. Steve Cypress here on a gorgeous, beautiful, spectacular, typically hot summer day here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area of Arizona. I'm looking over at the pool where my beautiful wife, Michelle, is floating around in one of our floats. And I'm about to head back in and take another dip in the pool, as we are wont to do here during the hot summer months in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area of Arizona. We get all of our stuff done. Did a bunch of honey-do list stuff this morning. We get it done early in the morning before it gets blisteringly hot, and then we hang out in the air conditioning, take a dip in the pool. Well, pretty much all activity outside grounds to a halt late in the afternoon for a few months in the summer. Other than that, paradise here and spectacular place to be all year round. But I digress. I want to ask this question: since when did it become okay and acceptable to make fun of people with Parkinson's disease? So anyone that's paying any attention, which is billions of people around the world, to our president Joe Biden, and before he was president, about the last 5 years or so, it's been extremely obvious the man has some kind of a neurological condition that is causing all kinds of physical and mental problems. And then the last couple of days, it was exposed that in the visitors log of the White House, or the White House medical area or something, a top Parkinson's specialist hung out in the White House for 7 hours back in January. And I'm fuzzy on the details, whether he came back multiple times or whatever, but like, what does a Parkinson's specialist have to do hanging out in the White House for 7 hours when we have our president who fairly obviously has all the telltale signs of having Parkinson's? I mean, and yet social media and regular media and whatever, like, oh, it's game on for like, oh, look at this guy falling down in stiff gait and forgetfulness and falling asleep and doesn't remember detail. All, just go through all the symptoms of Parkinson's disease or any other form of dementia, and obviously he has it. And then this debate performance where millions of people supposedly who had their head under a rock for years, for the first time either saw, wow, look at that, it's a guy with Parkinson's, or wow, it's a lot worse than it was before, because it's progressive, incurable disease that never gets better, it just gets worse. And now there's people actually still considering and thinking he's going to be running for something to be in a position for the next 4.5 years. Like, the next 7 months is already ridiculous. Another ridiculous thing, of course, people calling for him to drop out of the campaign, but not calling for him to drop out of the position. Like, oh, you're not well enough to run for office, but you're well enough to be in office? Since when is that even possible? I mean, if I had a resume, if I had an interview for a job and they said, yeah, you're unfit to go through the resume on the interview process for this job, so you need to drop out of the interview process right now. However, we're going to actually put you in that position because you're unfit to try out for the position, but you're perfectly fit to be in the position. Does that make any sense at all? However, some famous people having Parkinson's: Michael J. Fox, Muhammad Ali, and I don't remember anybody making fun of either one of them. So regardless of what you feel about Joe Biden, I mean, obviously the guy, ever since he's been in public life, has clearly been a very public racist. He's been one of the dumbest members of our federal government, thoroughly corrupt, plagiarist, lies all the time. But of course, that's pretty much in the job description of a politician: corrupt and lies all the time. So you can kind of excuse those two. But being a racist, being completely, doing things detrimental to the government, like, that's pretty bad. But as far as making fun of the fact that he has dementia, that he can't walk, that he can't talk properly, his brain doesn't function well, like, I don't appreciate that. I have friends and family that have various stages of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, all the different neurological diseases that are similar to what you see with Joe Biden. And I'm not a doctor, and no, I haven't examined him, although, again, what's a Parkinson's specialist doing at the White House for 7 hours? Again, you don't need to be a a physicist to understand that there's gravity. You don't have to be a doctor to understand what Parkinson's look like, especially if you're my age or anywhere near it. Everyone my age knows somebody, friend, family, neighbor, who either has or had Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia. We all see the telltale signs, and if you don't get it, I mean, I'm sure there's a search engine nearby you, and you can just type in Parkinson's into the internet search engine somewhere, and you can read all about it, and you'll just say, wow, that's Joe Biden, that's Joe Biden, that's Joe Biden, that's Joe Biden. So, man, obviously he shouldn't be the president. Obviously he shouldn't be running to be president again, even though it's in name only. Still shouldn't be on the ballot again. The whole thing is ridiculous. And yet, I just don't appreciate people making fun of him, putting out funny videos with funny music as he falls down and forgets things and falls asleep and just shows all the telltale signs of Parkinson's disease. It's disease. I feel sorry for the guy, even though, of course, he's horribly detrimental to billions of people's lives. Still, that doesn't mean it gives you a license or it's okay or it's acceptable to make fun of the guy. Hopefully, he does have the worst wife in America, if you ask me. Immediately on that debate last week, I turned to my beautiful wife, Michelle, and I said, honey, promise me if I ever get Parkinson's or dementia or get that bad or anywhere near it, you won't parade me out in public to make a speech or do a debate or run for an office or, I've hosted over 700 events for entrepreneurs and business owners. Hopefully you won't parade me out there to host another event when it's obvious that that's nothing I'm capable of doing. It's just elder abuse. I don't know why she's doing it. Again, I'm not going to prognosticate on the reasons why. It's just horrible. Like, that guy ought to be on a beach somewhere sipping drinks with a paper umbrella in him, or in an old age home, or getting 24-hour care, or which he already gets, of course, and getting all that attention he needs, but he should not be under all the pressure of having to go out in public and put all his Parkinson's and dementia out on display. It's horrible. Hopefully it ends soon. Anyway, that'll do it for Sunday, quote, fun day. Not a very fun message, but hopefully they put an end to this soon and get him out of the limelight and let him just fade into the distance, and people can take care of him instead of abusing him. And thanks for being here today. I'll catch you back here again tomorrow on Direct Mail Monday.